Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here, welcome back to another Anthem video, and in this one I want to give you guys a quick rundown on the quickest and most efficient ways to level for those of you that have perhaps completed the campaign and are working towards that level 30 cap. So if you do find this helpful, then a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below if you have any questions, and if you haven't entered our giveaway for a chance to win a console of your choice, either a Nintendo Switch, Xbox One X or a PS4 Pro, then be sure to click the link in the description box down below. Now to begin with, as a very quick summary for those of you that are unfamiliar, the way that leveling and the way that XP works in Anthem is a little bit different. You don't just go out into the world and shoot enemies and get XP every time you kill an enemy. XP in Anthem is delivered, largely speaking, through either activity completions and also feats. Feats are basically little challenges. They come in all shapes and sizes: melee kills, ability kills, ultimate kills, gun kills. Basically everything you do leads to some kind of feat. So while it might sound a little bit unconventional to say that shooting an enemy in the head doesn't inherently give you XP, basically it does, because everything you do, largely speaking, leads to feats. But what happens is you complete an activity, and towards the end of it, when you complete it, you come back, and on the reward screen, it totals up everything you've done. It takes all of your medals, it takes the bonus for the activity completion, it takes your alliance system, it totals it up into a big XP lump sum, and it gives you that all in one. And that's basically how it works. So when it comes to actually picking your activities, when you complete the campaign, you'll probably be in a position where, say, you're a few levels away from level 30, depending on how much you've done on your kind of path throughout the campaign. I finished the campaign around level 21, so I still had a fair amount of stuff to grind. Some people have been a little bit higher, but either way, you probably won't be level 30. So with that being said, you'll then head back out into the world. You'll either dive into FREEPLAY, into Strongholds, into maybe remaining agent missions or contracts. And when it comes to comparing them, largely speaking, there's not a huge deal of difference between, say, a contract, an agent mission, and maybe like a session in FREEPLAY in terms of overall XP gains. But what you want to do is break it down into what's most efficient for your time and what, of course, yields the best rewards. And for that, there are two main things you should focus on. The first one is reinforcing strongholds or other activities. Essentially, what I mean by that is if you go to your activity map, and instead of actually picking something on the map, if you press X, if you're using a controller, and you essentially select quick play, you can choose to reinforce either a stronghold or a mission. Reinforcing basically just means going in and joining someone else's mission or someone else's stronghold and backing up other freelancers. And in doing that, not only do you get all of the feats you would normally get, not only do you get all the activity completions, but you also get a bonus because you've gone in and you've reinforced someone. So when it comes to actually picking these, the most lucrative one would of course be to reinforce a stronghold, because strongholds do give you slightly more. Of course, they're slightly longer, they have a decent activity completion reward, plus of course you have plenty of chances to tick off your feats throughout the missions because you have so many different encounters. So if you pair that with all your bonuses and the reinforcement bonus, then this will without question be the best method for XP gains. And of course, if you are running this, say, and you're slightly under geared, you could always knock it down to normal difficulty, but it goes without saying that if you're running it on hard, then of course you're going to be ticking off even more things in the process and hopefully getting more loot. So reinforcing activities is definitely really good because obviously you get that bonus on top, and if you don't want to commit to a stronghold because maybe you think it might take you a little bit too much time, then you can still reinforce missions. That's also something that I've been running through. Of course, your XP gains will be a little bit lower than strongholds, but still you'll get that bonus. However, if you want to do something a little bit different, then the other thing is to head into FREEPLAY. Now, keep in mind that when it comes to feats, these are on a per expedition basis. So if you load into an expedition, whether that be FREEPLAY, whether it be a mission, whether it be a stronghold, and you open up your cortex, you can then go journal, feats, and general feats, and it'll basically tell you some of the things you can do whilst you are in this expedition. These are the feats you can complete. Now, when it comes to going to FREEPLAY, the first 3 world events you complete will give you XP bonuses. The first one gives you 200 XP, that's a bronze medal. The second one gives you 400 XP, and the third one gives you 800 XP. Now, once you've completed the first 3 activities, that feat will be ticked off, and then subsequent activities won't give you a completion bonus. They will just, of course, work towards your overall feat. So with that being said, the most efficient way to actually run FREEPLAY is to go out, run through 3 world events, tick off that feat, and then go back into Fort Tarsis, claim your XP bonus, and then go back out again and repeat the process. This whole thing isn't that time consuming. You can do that in about 15 minutes, and factoring in that some of the world events are a lot quicker than others, so depending on the ones that you select, the ones that you go towards, you can actually do this in a pretty short space of time. You complete all of that, you go back, you do this on repeat, and this is also a very efficient way to farm XP. So with that in mind, as a quick summary, essentially for those of you that are endgame and you are working towards level 30 and you want to kind of tick off those last few levels, you should either be diving into other people's missions using the quick play option to reinforce them so you get that bonus on top. Strongholds are of course the best, most lucrative, but you can of course also reinforce missions if you want. And outside of that, diving into free play, completing the 3 world events to tick off that feat, get that bonus, then back out and go back in, is your other quickest method. So that's it for the time being. Hopefully you guys find this helpful. Of course, if you are still working through the campaign, then enjoy yourselves once you get to this point, and you are of course working towards level 30 so you can unlock Grandmaster 1, 2 and 3, then this should help you out. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to check out some more awesome stuff from us here at Arekkz Gaming, then you should definitely try to catch 269 and Paradise Central streaming 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. They play a wide range of games, and what's more, we also have the end game store. By watching their streams, you earn currency, and you can redeem that currency on the endgame store for really cool prizes. Those can range from things like games, comics, and figures, all the way up to controllers, capture cards, and even consoles. So definitely drop by and become part of the community. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you're subscribed and be sure to click on that little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss our next upload. You can watch more videos by clicking on the options here, but once again, thanks very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.